Hello everyone, myself Bijal Joshi. Today I am going to discuss the history model answer paper of 20 marks for standard 9th. In this 20 marks paper, we have two set of questions. Number 1, answer the following for 2 marks each, where we have to solve 5 answers. And number 2, the structured answers of 3 and 4 marks each. Let's begin with the first one, where we have to write down 2 points for 2 marks. Always remember, answer the following for 2 marks needs 2 points compulsorily. Let's start with the first one. The Harappan site at Lothal was discovered by S.R. Rao, and that at Dholavira was discovered by R.S. Bisht. 2 marks for the 2 points. Number 2, the raised area of each city was called the citadel. It had the houses of the ruling class and important buildings like the Great Bath, the Assembly Hall, and the workshops. Answer number 3. The important crafts practiced by the Harappans were bread making and pottery making. Answer number 4. Harappan seals reveal the script, trade, religion, and beliefs of the people. They must have been used by merchants to stamp their goods. Answer number 5. Increased aridity. The Harappan civilization declined because of increasing aridity in the area and drying up of the river Ghaggar. Point number 2. Attack. Some historians like Mortimer Wheeler believed that the invading Aryans destroyed the Indus settlements. With this, we complete the first set of questions. If you have written down the 2 points in each answer, then give yourself 10 on 10. Going to the next set of questions, that is structured answer. Now the structured answers are of 3 marks and 4 marks. So it is compulsory to mention 3 big points for the 3 marks answer and 4 big points for the 4 marks. The first one is of 4 marks, the main characteristics of town planning. So let's discuss the 5 points mentioned over here. Point number 1. Each city was divided into parts. The raised area called the citadel and the lower town. The citadel owes its height to the building which were constructed on mud brick platforms. The citadel was separated from the lower town by the wall. The important buildings like Great Bath, the granary, the assembly hall, and the workshops were located in the citadel. The lower town has residential buildings where people lived and worked. So you can see how big the first point was. Going to the next point, the main streets followed a grid pattern running from north to south or the east to west. 2 keywords covered in this second point. Number 3, the houses at street corners were rounded to allow carts to pass easily. The main road in Mohenjo-daro was about 10.5 meters wide and 800 meters long. Point number 4, house drains emptied all wastewater into the street drains. Point number 5, the streets cross the main road at right angles, dividing the city into square or rectangular blocks. With these 5 points, we complete our first structured answer. If you have written down the 5 points, then give yourself 3 on 3. The next point, that is the next answer, the Great Bath. Here we are going to discuss the 4 points of Great Bath. Point number 1, the construction of the Great Bath indicates that the art of building has reached a high degree of perfection at that time. Point number 2, the massive structure points out that there might have existed a ruling class that could mobilize labor, collect taxes, and build such a huge structure for public. Point number 3, most of these scholars agree that Great Bath might have been used for religious purposes. This indicates the importance attached to the ceremonial bathing in sacred tanks, pools, and rivers since time immemorial. And the last point, the design of the Great Bath portrays the efficient planning in the structural features relating to water supply and sewage disposal. If you have written down these 4 points, give yourself 3 on 3. Going to the last answer, that is regarding the Harappan trade. Point number 1. The cities like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal were important centers for metallurgy, producing tools and weapons as well as kitchenware and other objects for wide distribution. Point number 2. Rice seems to have been imported to Punjab from Gujarat. Point number 3. Lothal and Sarkodara provided cotton for the expanding townships of Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Banavali, etc. Balakot and Chanhudaro were centers for bangle of beads. Point number 4. Besides internal trade, the Harappans also had commercial contacts with their western neighbors. Lothal, Surkodra, and Balakot were some of the important trading coastal towns which carried on trade with Mesopotamia and other West East Asian sites. So if you have written down these 4 points, give yourself 3 on 3. With this, we complete the history model answer paper of 20 marks. Congratulations to all the students who scored 20 on 20 and those who have not scored full marks. Never mind. Better luck next time. See you soon. Goodbye.